All right, so today's story is definitely one that I'm going to tell for a while now. Definitely a little embarrassing, but I'm going to tell it anyway because I don't really care. But it's also pretty insane. So I hope you guys enjoy this. Leave a like on the video if you do, and let's jump right into it. So today's story time all takes place in 2016. Now, in 2016, my YouTube channel was really starting to pop off. This is like the most successful year it had had yet. It was definitely getting really big. And because of how big it was getting, there was a lot of people supporting me and there was a lot of people not supporting me. For example, I had a lot more haters and shit than I usually would. And that didn't really bother me. I'm pretty good at, blocking that shit, so I don't really care. But I got some people who just didn't like me so much to the point where they were willing to try and like get rid of me. And that's what today's story is about. So today's story time all starts off as a normal day in 2016. I'm sitting in my room watching Netflix. I just woke up. It was very early morning and I was just laying in bed, right? And around this time, I had broken my phone and I had just bought a new one. And because of that, the two-step verification on my YouTube channel was turned off. Now, I would never recommend turning off a security feature that keeps your account secure, but I had it off because I didn't put my new phone on yet. So anyway, my account, my YouTube channel was completely just like vulnerable to anyone to come and fuck with it. And at this point in time, I completely forgot to put the new phone back onto my channel. And I have done this before in previous story times. Like, I'd done it before this, and I never learned my lesson for some reason. So anyway, I get up out of bed, I get ready for my day, and I figure it's time to start working on a YouTube video, right? So I jump onto my YouTube channel, and I immediately realize something. I'm signed out. Usually my computer would stay signed in, so I thought that was weird. So I sign in, and it signs me right in. Everything was good. Password was the same, email was the same, everything was fine. So I was like, okay, like must have been like a bug or something. So yeah, I just signed back in and I went about making my video. Now I make my video, I upload it, the video's doing good, and then like 20 minutes later after I upload this video, in the middle of the day, I get a tweet on Twitter from some random account saying, hey man, what's up with your video today? And the title of the video was changed to Luna, hit me up. And then there was a phone number next to hit me up. And I don't know how more people didn't see this, but this one fan on Twitter caught it and screenshotted it. And I went to go check the video title to see if it was real, and it was changed back to normal. So I was like, okay, either that kid that just tweeted me photoshopped that and it wasn't real, or somebody's actually on my channel. And the only reason I thought that somebody might actually be on my channel is because I was signed out earlier in the day. So out of pure paranoia, I just go on my YouTube settings to make sure that, like everything's okay. So I immediately jump on my settings tab and I look through my settings and I realize that my channel was actually compromised. The phone number part of my account settings, yeah, it wasn't my phone number anymore. It was this new phone number. The same phone number that I just saw on Twitter that kid tweeted me, like as the video title. So I was like, okay, someone's on my account. They're not like changing my password or locking me out, but they're on my account and they're messing with me. So I quickly change everything. I change my password, I change my phone number, I put two-step back on, I do all this stuff, right? I completely lock down my YouTube channel and make sure that nobody can get on it in the future. And after I lock it down, I'm like, okay, hopefully that's all good, but I'm still worried. You know what I mean? Like there's still somebody out there that was able to gain access to my channel and hack my shit. So I'm going to call this number and see what they want. So that's what I did. I called up this hacker dude that put his phone number on one of my video titles for a split second and put it in my account settings. So I call that number up and it rings like twice and he immediately answers. And he's like, what's up, Austin? I was like, what's up, man? I'm just calling you because you asked me to. And he's like, oh, yeah, you got my message then. I was like, yeah, it wasn't really much of a message. I mean, you changed my YouTube title to your phone number, basically. He's like, yeah, it was only for a couple seconds. I had to get your attention somehow. And I was like, yeah, I guess that's one way to do it. So, like, what do you want, man? Like, are you here to, like, blackmail me? Like, do you want something? Like, what's going on? He's like, nah, man, none of that. I just want one thing. I want to meet up with you in real life because I live 10 minutes away from you. And I want to show you some things. And that just sounded sketchy to me. I'm like, that's weird. Meet up with me in real life to show me some things. That sounds weird. So I told him that. I was like, dude, that sounds sketchy. Don't think I can do that. Like, sorry. He's like, no, 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 no. It's not sketchy. Don't worry. I just want to show you how to secure your account better. So I think about it for a second and I'm like, you know what? This kid actually hacked my channel. He knows how to do it and he didn't change my password or lock me out of it. So clearly his intentions aren't all bad. Why not? So I decided to meet him at a coffee place because I want to hear what he has to say. So I tell him to meet me at this Starbucks like 10 minutes away from my house. And I pull up there. I got there first. I sit down at a table and I'm just waiting for him. And like 5-10 minutes goes by, and this kid walks in the door. Like an actual kid, like 14, maybe 15 years old, walks through the door. And I think about it for a second, and I'm like, that can't be him. Surely that's not him. And he starts walking over to my table, and he sits down. And I was like, dude, you look like you're fucking 12. He's like, hey, man, I'm 15. I was like, okay, but still, 15? Like, how'd you even get here? Like, you can't drive? He's like, my mom's waiting in the parking lot. I was like, bro, what the fuck is even happening right now? He's like, listen, man, I'm just here to show you some things. And he pulls out his phone and he starts reading down this notepad of like tips that I can like use to secure my account better. And he gives me like 10 different tips of things I can do to make sure I never get hacked again. And I was like, dude, why are you telling me all this? Like, why did you hack me in the first place? How did you do it? Like, what? And he's like, yeah, I was getting to that. And he tells me how he did it. He gives me like his whole step-by-step process of how he got into my YouTube and how me not having two-step on was like the main reason he got in. And he just admits how he did it. And then he goes, the reason I did it is because you're my favorite YouTuber, man. And I don't want to see you get your shit hacked and deleted. Because if you get deleted, I'll have no more videos to watch. And that'd make me sad. So don't get your shit hacked again. Okay, man? This is just a fan helping you out. And I was like, dude, you are probably the nicest hacker I've ever met in my entire life. He's like, dude, don't even call me a hacker. Like I said, I'm just a fan. I was like, all right, man. And he's like, yeah, so now you know what to do. Don't get your shit hacked again. Keep your account secure. Use all these tips I gave you. And I was like, all right, man, for sure. Can you send these to me? And I pointed at his phone, like with the list on it. He's like, yeah, man, I planned on it. I'm going to text you it right now. And I was like, oh, yeah, I forgot you have my number. He's like, yeah, of course. So he texts me this list of things, and he kind of saved my fucking life. Can't lie. Like, this dude, he taught me things that I didn't even know about, like, account security. So after this, I went back home. I used all the tips and tricks he gave me, and it actually helped a lot to keep everything secure. And me and him are still cool to this day. Like, anytime I have a problem with, like, anything hacker-related, he's one of my first go-to people to talk to. I just couldn't believe how impressive it was that a 15-year-old kid hacked my fucking channel. Like, it's not every day that a motherfucking hacker that can hack a million sub YouTube channel is 15. It's kind of funny how I knocked on his age when I met him in person, because I was literally 17. So, like, you know, I was also a kid. But whatever, I don't care. I have the right to roast him. He hacked my channel. But yeah, man, this dude was the shit. He was the coolest hacker I've ever met in my entire life. And he was just a very helpful dude. Honestly, like, if anyone else would have gotten into my channel, they probably would have deleted it. And he didn't do that. He was just trying to help me out. So shout out to him. And I know he's probably watching this video because I still know him. So yeah, shout out to you, man. Moral of the story is, keep your passwords long and unique and keep two-step on. Don't get your shit hacked. But yeah, guys, hope you enjoyed this story time. Thought it was a pretty crazy one. If you did, please leave a like on the video. Feel free to leave your story times in the comments down below. And subscribe if you're new. I'll see you guys all later. Peace.